What is good, cluttered people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobbalam, back with another serious topic regarding XXXTentacion and the situation with his mom potentially ruining his legacy. I mean, it's not completely ruined because that's just not possible with his legendary status, but his dad had something to say yesterday, so I just thought I'd give y'all a little update. So without further ado, X's dad throws shade at X's mom, Cleo. Let's talk about it. Okay, so we've talked about XXXTentacion's situation a lot lately in previous videos regarding the whole Chase/Glass Shards music video that released, and then they inappropriately, and by they I mean Cleo, X's mom, and his management, not his label. You can check out all of the details of that situation in a previous video, as I mentioned before. But Cleo and his management inappropriately promoted this music video through using his memorialized Instagram account, using the live function, as well as doing the same thing on YouTube, which is completely inappropriate because fans were pretty much expecting that it was going to be X doing that, because why would they even dememorialize an account to promote a music video in which X only has like a 30-second verse and most of the song is this Ichabod Veins dude, who is also managed by Cleo, X's mom, so then there's a conflict of interest. But we already discussed all of that. We don't need to do it again because I'm tired of it. Rather, in today's video, we're going to be discussing X's dad throwing shade at X's mom, which I think was also a little bit inappropriate. I think that he was completely clout chasing with the X fans. For, if you don't know, X's dad was completely out of the picture for his entire life, and then he has the audacity to speak on Cleo. Like, I know we don't like Cleo here, and I think that she did a terrible job in ruining X's legacy and handling all of his accounts and music and posthumous releases after his death. But let's be real, at least she was taking care of her son his whole life, and maybe she didn't do a good job with that either. But the last person to be able to speak on this subject is definitely X's dad, because he left them when he was young, or even before he was born, I don't know. But to get into the actual evidence, X's dad yesterday posted a couple times on his story saying explicitly, I think one of the greatest atrocities is a mother who carried a child in her womb for 9 months and not genuinely love said child. No amount of money, no amount of fame, or a legacy left behind will heal or make up for losing you. So he's talking about X obviously losing him, and then basically saying that X's mom, Cleo, didn't actually care for X at all, because there is substantial evidence that she didn't really take that much of an interest in X's life until he became famous. But maybe, and I'm just saying maybe because I don't know the whole situation in and out, I'm not X or his mom, but she was working hard, like multiple jobs, to be able to take care of him, and she didn't really have time to, do all the lovey-dovey stuff of a normal mom. And then it was only when he got rich that, she had more freedom to do that and get back involved in his life. But either way, I do still think she was chasing the bag. Like, why does she also need to manage other artists in X's crew? Like, she doesn't need to make any more money. She doesn't need to release any more music of X's because she's set for life. And when we talked about in the last video that they're pulling in like millions of dollars every single month because they low-key like own their masters, maybe not 100% of them, but X was independent for like 3/4 of his career. And then when he finally signed, it was only a distribution deal, so they only received a portion of his proceeds. He wasn't receiving a percentage of his proceeds from the major label, if that makes any sense. Like, he was cutting the check, the label was not cutting the check to him like most artists. Not to mention the fact that Cleo also did the same thing with clout. I mean, she like posts fit pics and weird things like that on her Instagram, flexing X's money because she got the whole inheritance. And then there's a whole situation with the baby mama, and she wasn't letting the baby mama and Gekyum get any portion of the inheritance either, which is understandable because I don't even know how much X or his mom knew this girl that had X's baby. But still, there is leeway in that X's mom likely just didn't know how to use social media, and she thinks that posting all this stuff that some of the X fans really like because they want to be as involved in his life as possible, and all of his family members and friends, like with the whole members only. But honestly, from the outside looking in, from someone who understands social media, and I don't understand it completely, but it just seems completely inappropriate, and it was just a lack of judgment on X's mom's part to even think that it was okay to go on his Instagram live to promote a music video where the algorithm and fans will already push it without you saying a word. But in conclusion, because I don't want to get too much into X's mom again, I just wanted to talk about his dad specifically today. is that he has no right to be talking to X's mom like this. I mean, he left X and his mom like before he was born, or like really early on in his childhood. So, and I don't even think X knew his dad. So he just should not even speak on the subject. He's just catering to the fans' sympathy right now, knowing that they're super vulnerable about X's mom. It's almost like kicking X's mom while she's down. So he's not doing any better than her in clout chasing or chasing the bag off of X's name, because his intentions are the same thing. He's saying that she didn't love him and she was only in it for the money and fame, but look what he's doing right now. His son died. He didn't say a word up until he was famous and a legend after he passed away, because he would probably get slaughtered by the fans while he was alive if X even said a word saying, "You have no right to talk to my mom like that because you weren't even in our lives." But that's enough ranting for today. I just thought I'd give y'all my perspective on this situation in which X's dad literally can't say a word. I'm not saying X's mom is the best person ever. They're probably both bad parents, to be honest, because they let X, live such a hardcore life. He was in the hood of Florida and shit like that. Like, I'm from Florida, so I know where he's from, and it gets crazy out there, not gonna lie. But X's dad, you just need to shut up. Same with X's mom. She just should not even talk on the media or release any more music or music videos or press releases from X's name, because it's just over with. Just let him rest in peace. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, giving parental advice here, and I didn't even think that I had to do that, because the only thing I'm a parent to is a dog, and I feel like I'm doing way better than them in like protecting my dog's legacy. Rest in peace, X. But let me know in the comments what you think about this situation. Do you think his dad has a right to say this even though he was completely out of their lives? Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news, drama, and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description to join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, cutty people. Know what I'm saying?